say so long, farewell or goodbye. Shalom, shalom means peace on earth, I'm landing up high. Shalom, shalom to say shalom, just give it a try. Na 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 na. Look up and wave shalom to the birds in the trees. Look down and wave shalom to the bugs at your feet. Take a breath and say shalom to the fish in the sea. Jump around and say shalom like a chimpanzee. Here we go. Shalom, shalom to say hello, how you doing, what's up, hi. Shalom, shalom to say so long, farewell or goodbye. Shalom, shalom means peace on earth, I'm landing up high. Shalom, shalom to say shalom, just give it a try. Here we go. Na 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 na. Put a peace sign in the air for everybody to see. Now wave it up high for peace over you and me. Take your friend by the hand with a smile and give it a squeeze. Give a great big hug, say shalom to your family. Shalom, shalom, say hello, how you doing, what's up, hi. Shalom, shalom, say so long, farewell or goodbye. Shalom, shalom means peace on earth, I'm landing up high. Shalom, shalom, say shalom, just give it a try. Na 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 na. La 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 la. Okay, as loud as you can now. Na 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 na. La 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 la. Shabbat is on its way. For Jewish people it's a special day. We'll gather our loved ones near. Shabbat will soon be here. La 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 la. As Jews around the world will do, we'll light the candles and say Kiddush too. God will hear the prayers we speak as we say thank you for another week. La 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 la. It doesn't matter what it looks like, if it's plain or it's sweet. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. Some challah has sweet raisins, some have sesame seeds, some have a cinnamon swirling, some have red cranberries, some are covered in chocolate, some have poppy seeds. I love those things. I don't care what it's made of, it's all challah to me. It doesn't matter what it looks like, if It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. In Sweden it's a burgers, in Israel it's challah. In South Africa it's kitke, in Russia it's choilach. In Germany it's docher, in Boston it's chali. I don't care what you call it, it's all challah to me. It doesn't matter what it looks like, if it's plain or it's sweet. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. Some challah has 6 braids and some have 3. Some are yellow and fluffy, some are round and heavy. I don't care what they look like, what's inside matters most. I don't care where they came from, cause they're all gonna be French toast. Or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or a grilled cheese, or you can even dip it in soup. It doesn't matter what it looks like, if it's plain or it's sweet. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. It doesn't matter what it looks like, if it's plain or it's sweet. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's all challah to me. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome our time in this beautiful place. We welcome the smiles on each beautiful face. We thank God for the blessings we've got. Our friends and families welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome Shabbat and the joy that it brings. We welcome the blessings and songs that we sing. We welcome our children, our families and friends. We gather together as this week ends. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat. We welcome you, we welcome you, we welcome you to Tat Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. It's so wonderful to have you with us on this Shabbat evening. We're going to start with some music to warm up our spirits and get us in the Shabbat mood. So I'm going to turn it over to Cantor Paul.
Hine matov umanayim shever achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shever achim gam yachad. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day. Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together for Shabbat. We're going to join in a couple more songs before we move on to our service. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, yabba babby bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yabba, babby, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat candles are burning bright. Shabbat candles gonna burn real bright. Shabbat candles burn real bright. Let us know it's a Friday night. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat challah, good to eat. Shabbat challah, so good to eat. Shabbat challah, it's good to eat. It's a special Shabbat treat. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat day, it's my favorite day. Shabbat day, my favorite day. Shabbat day, it's my favorite day. That's the day I get to say Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to you and all my friends.
Shabbat Shalom, my friends. I'm feeling that Shabbat spirit now, and I hope you are too. We are going to light our Shabbat candles to help bring in the light of Shabbat. If you have candles at home and you have parents to help you, you can light them along with us as well. We make 3 circles, and I'll get that candle in a second. 1 circle for ourselves, and 1 circle for our family, and 1 circle for all the people in the world.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kireshanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Grow.
We continue to bring in Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, and we wish each other Shabbat Shalom Umevorach, Shabbat of peace and of blessing.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabla, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabla, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabla.
It's time for Baruch Hu, for our call to prayer. We usually stand for Baruch Hu, and if it's comfortable for you to do so, I'll invite you to do that. If not, maybe sit up a little bit straighter in your seat for Baruch Hu.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam vaed. Hamevorach, Hamevorach leolam
singing Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Join in Mi Chamocha, our song of freedom.
Yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yai dai 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 dai. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh noratilot. Oh, say fella, oh, say fella. Malchutcha ra'u v'necha, volkeyam livnei Moshe u'Miriam. Malchutcha ra'u v'necha, volkeyam livnei Moshe u'Miriam. Say li anu yameru Adonai imloch le'olam le'olam va'ed. Yadadai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, dai, yadadai, dai, 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 yadadai, dai, 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 dai.
We connect ourselves to all of the people who have come before us, to our parents and grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-great-grandparents, all the way back to Abraham and Sarah with our Avot V'Imahot prayer. We begin with a line that asks God to open our mouths and our hearts to words of goodness and of thanks.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips so my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah.
We sing our Torah song. It is a tree of life to those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy.
Eitz Chaim Pi L'machazi Kima V'tomcha Meushar Eitz Chaim Pi L'machazi Kima V'tomcha Meushar Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to those who will fast to it. All who support it are happy. It is a tree of life to those who will fast to it. All who support it are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Once there was a brother and a sister. They grew up on a farm. And as they became adults, they each bought their own farm, one on each side of a hill. On this side, Shlomo lived, and on this side, Rivka. And both of them grew wheat and other grains and fruit and vegetables. Well, Shlomo lived by himself. He worked the farm by himself. And Rivka, well, she had a family. And they helped her on the farm. Well, it had been a good year. A year with plenty of rain, with lots of sunshine, in just the right amounts. And the wheat had grown high and tall. And both Shlomo and Rivka had had a wonderful harvest. Each of them, their grain storage silos were filled with grain, and they had more than they needed. Shlomo thought to himself, I have more than I need, and I'm just one person. I have way more than I can use, but my sister Rivka, she has a whole family to support, and so I'm going to bring some of my grain to her, but I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to leave it at her place, and she'll have a little extra. Well, what Shlomo didn't know was back at home, over here, Rivka was thinking to herself, I have more grain than me and my family can use, but Shlomo, he's all by himself. I want to bring him some extra grain so he can sell it and buy something special for himself, enjoy life a little bit more. Well, that night, Shlomo packed up his sack and started heading over the hill to his sister's house. And he left a few bags of grain with all of her bags of grain in her silo. Well, a little later that night, after Shlomo had already gone back to bed, Rivka took a few bags of grain and put them on her back and walked over the hill and put those bags with Shlomo's bags of grain in his silo. And they both fell fast asleep. In the morning, it was time to wake up, and both of them woke up and stretched, and Shlomo went out to his grain silo, and he was confused. There was just as much grain as had been there before he took grain over to his sister's. Rivka went out to her grain silo, and she was confused. There was just as much grain as has been here as before she took some to her brother. Rivka thought maybe she had dreamed the whole thing. Maybe she hadn't even gone over there, and Shlomo was just confused. Well, each of them just decided we'd just do the same thing again. That night, Shlomo packed up some bags and took them over the hill to Rivka. And a little later, Rivka packed up some bags and took them over the hill to Shlomo. The same thing happened the next day. They woke up. Rivka went out to look at her bags, and she was confused. There was too much wheat. She had brought some over to her brother, but it was as if her silo was full. Shlomo woke up and went outside, and there was too much wheat. He had brought some to his sister, but his silo was full. Didn't know what had happened. Well, that night, Shlomo woke up little bit later, or Rivka woke up a little bit earlier. We're not really sure. They both packed up their wheat on their back at the same time, and they started walking over the hill. And right at the top of the hill, they ran right into each other. They each looked at the other one carrying bags of wheat, and they knew immediately what had happened, that each had been sharing their wheat with each other. They gave each other big hugs and said how much they loved each other, and they went back in their own way. The Jewish tradition teaches that on that mountain in Jerusalem where they met carrying their bags of wheat, generations later, God decided to build the temple in Jerusalem because of the love that these siblings had shown for one another. May we always show love for one another, be generous in our sharing, and find ways to share our blessings with one another. Shabbat Shalom.
Chala, chala, oh my Shabbos, chala, 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 yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Well, now sometimes I bake it with raisins, sometimes with chocolate chips. Sometimes I even use currants, so tasty on my lips. I love my challah, challah, oh my Shabbos challah, 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 yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Well, sometimes I spread it with butter. Sometimes I use strawberry jam. Sometimes I even use Nutella, 'cause that's the guy I am. I love my challah, challah, oh my Shabbos challah, 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 yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Before it goes into the oven, we give the dough a special twist. It bakes up so brown and delicious, with a smell I can't resist. Smells just like challah, challah, oh my Shabbos challah, 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 yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la. Well, you probably think that we're finished, but singing is just so much fun, especially when we sing about challah. Our singing's never done. Let's sing about challah, challah, oh my Shabbos challah, 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 yummy, delicious, and sweet. Ya la 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 la.
Can't wait to eat some of that challah.
I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to ask you to gather around with those who you are home with your parents or grandparents or brothers and sisters. Gather close for our family blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you with good and keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunaka.
May God be with you and be kind to you.
Yisa Adonai panav, panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom, shalom.
May you always know that God is close, and may God give you the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much for being with us. May you have a Shabbat of peace and of blessing.
Shabbat Shalom, and look forward in your TBI emails and on the website for when we will resuming our in-person activities. We will be doing so for our regular adult service, which follows here in about a half hour or so at 7:30 next week. So, and we look forward to welcoming our families as soon as we think it's safe and we can keep everybody healthy. So, have a great Shabbat. See you soon.